The stormy rain tapping against the office windows was the only sound that kept Olivia Bennett awake that night. She was the youngest project analyst at Stonewell Tech Solutions, a company in Seattle known for its ambitious deadlines and demanding clients. But this week was different. The office lights hadn't gone off in 3 days. The smell of burnt coffee, instant noodles, and tired dreams filled the air. And her boss, Ethan Brooks, had barely left his chair. Ethan was the kind of leader who carried the whole team's pressure on his shoulders. A perfectionist with a calm face but a restless heart. Olivia had admired him since her first day, not because he was powerful, but because he seemed to care. But this week, he was pushing himself too far. The team had been chasing a massive government contract that could secure Stonewell's next 3 years. They'd been eating at their desks, sleeping in short bursts, and working through storms. Olivia had stopped keeping track of time. She just knew that the rain outside hadn't stopped, and neither had Ethan. Boss, you should rest, she said softly, placing a cup of tea beside him. He didn't even look up from his laptop. Not until we finish this simulation model. Sir, it's 2:30 a.m. I know. That means we still have time before sunrise. Olivia sighed. You said that yesterday too. Ethan finally glanced at her, his eyes red but kind. You remind me of myself when I was your age. But let me tell you something. Sometimes, the road to success doesn't let you sleep. Olivia frowned. Then maybe success should wait a little. You're human, not a machine. Ethan smiled faintly but didn't reply. He returned to typing, his fingers trembling slightly over the keys. By the next evening, everyone in the office was running on fumes. Papers were scattered, monitors flickered, and silence filled the gaps between heavy breaths. Then suddenly, a loud thud broke the stillness. Olivia turned. Ethan had fallen from his chair. Ethan, she cried out, rushing to him. Liam, another teammate, came running and helped her lift him. He was breathing, but barely conscious. The team called an ambulance. When the paramedics arrived, one of them said quietly, severe exhaustion. He needs complete rest. As they took Ethan away, Olivia felt something break inside her. The man who taught her to never give up had pushed himself until he couldn't stand. The office was silent after he left. For the first time in days, the team stopped working. They looked around at the mess of screens, notes, and half-eaten snacks, all symbols of dedication, but also neglect. Olivia stood up. We can't let his hard work go to waste. But we also can't repeat his mistake. The others nodded. They decided to divide Ethan's tasks, working smarter, not harder. Olivia led the team through the night, organizing shifts, setting limits, and encouraging breaks. When someone started yawning, she'd smile and say, "Go walk. We'll finish this together." And for the first time, they worked in peace. 3 days later, Ethan returned to the office. He looked weaker but relieved. You all look alive, he said softly. Olivia laughed. We decided to work your way, but with a little upgrade, rest. Ethan chuckled. Good. I see I'm replaceable. Never, Olivia said. But maybe you're human after all. He smiled, shaking his head. You've done more than finish a project. You changed how we work. When they presented the proposal to the government board that week, it went perfectly. The officials praised not only their technology but also their teamwork and balance. Later, as everyone celebrated, Ethan pulled Olivia aside. You led them well, he said. When I collapsed, you didn't panic, you led. Olivia replied quietly, you taught me everything. I just added rest to the equation. Ethan laughed softly. Then maybe I still have something to learn. Months passed, and Stonewall Tech became known not just for its results but for its culture, a company that valued balance, humanity, and purpose. Ethan started a new policy. No one works 3 nights in a row. Rest is part of success. Every employee had to take breaks. They even created a calm room, a small space filled with plants, soft lights, and quiet music. And every time Olivia walked past that room, she'd smile, remembering the day her boss collapsed and how it changed everything. One evening, Ethan and Olivia stood by the office window, watching the Seattle skyline glow. He said quietly, I used to think being a leader meant never stopping. But maybe leadership means knowing when to pause. Olivia nodded. And trusting your team to keep things going. The rain began to fall again, gentle this time. Ethan smiled. You know, if that collapse taught me one thing, it's that no dream is worth losing your health. We work hard to live better, not the other way around. Olivia grinned. So, we can go home early today. Ethan laughed. Yes, that's an order. As they turned off the lights and left, the office felt lighter, almost alive, as if even the walls were breathing again. The rain outside sparkled in the city lights, and Olivia thought, sometimes, life teaches you the hardest lessons in the quietest moments. And this one would stay with her forever.